know who you are, and we will hunt you down. Count on it. All right, I'll get off my soapbox right now. I know, Bob, you feel that way because we've kind of touched on this before. But the reality is that the costs that we pay in our civilization, in our society, there's a mighty fine line between order in a law-abiding society and the breakdown of chaos such as you're seeing in Greece. Greece has been subjected to a lot of riots and a lot of civil unrest because people are having to give up what was given to them for so long. Now I understand we're starting to see the tip of the iceberg out here in your home state, Ann, at the universities, when the University of California system has been forced to raise tuition costs and fees to the point where there are actually students and people out in the streets protesting, and they've had some violent altercations. This is a powder keg, people.
Because now nobody's giving out student loans anymore, hardly. So the kids that didn't qualify for student aid, that would in the past depend on student loans, can't get them. So now they can't go to school.
And how long, Bob?
That burden's tremendous, and the educational system is breaking down, and it'll break down further. And in California, I'll never forget, my daughter was going to Cal Lutheran, and she received 2 degrees in 3 years from that university, and has gotten another one since. And so she's very observant. And I was with her at a girls' soccer game one day, and I was sitting with the parents of another girl who was on the team, and the father was wealthy, believe me, and he was complaining that they were going to raise the fees in the UC California system from $1,000 to $2,000 a year. And at that time, we were paying, I think it was around $10,000 a year or $11,000 for the tuition, which was some 18, 20 years ago. And I said, did it ever occur to you that I'm paying for your daughter to go to college? And, these people seem to think that education is a right and the state has to pay for it. Well, somebody has to pay the state to pay for it.
Well, that's the entitlement mentality.
Yeah, the entitlement frame of mind.
Mentality. Yes.
That's what's going on in Greece. They've been supported from cradle to grave over there for so long, and now the austerity measures are forcing these people to have to give up, and they'd rather be out in the streets than to realize the economic reality. How is it that people in this country are going to be any different when they get pushed over that thin line between civility because they're comfortable and into scarcity where they have to scrap and fall on their human, survival instincts to survive? This is not, it's not a long reach from one to the other. Guys, we're coming up on another break here. We're coming up on another break here pretty shortly. Bob, I know that you usually have to go at this time. Would it be possible for you to stick around into the next half hour, or do you have to go? I don't normally ask you.
This is my 8th program today, and I'm weary.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I thank you again for having me, and for all of you people listening. It was nice to be here again, especially with Ann. And
thank you, Bob.
I hope that Ann emails me and sends me her information so we can put it in the forecaster for everybody to see.
Bob, you've got a little bit left. You got about 45 seconds left. Anything to tell us to look out for on the radar scope for the next week that's of particular interest?
Not really, but just don't let them get you down. You're better than that, and you're not going to let them win. And better you should die on your feet than die on your knees. And we're going to take this all the way this time, and we're going to rout them out, and we're going to fix it so if they ever do it again, it's going to be generations from now.
And those wise words from General Chapman here. Bob, thank you as always. Ann, any last comments for Bob?
I just want to thank Bob for talking with me tonight and, inspiring me to do what I do.
Well, that's great, and keep it up, and we got a long road to go yet, and it'll take 6 or 8 years, but we're going to win it, and
we're going to roll up
and
our
we're going to stop
and get busy.
Absolutely. Bob, thank you very much.
Yes.
We'll see you again, same time, same channel next week. Ann, will you hold with us, and we'll go into the last half hour if you're able?
Sure thing, Ralph.